Yesterday we figured out where we're going to put the parking brake handle. So there's three components: the brake handle, the center mounting block where the cables come together, and then the cables. So part one done. Part two, we figure out where we're going to put the bracket for the cable connections. So that's this piece. So if we look here, we did this piece, then we do this piece, and then we can measure for the cables. I think I'm going to put it right here. Oh man, that would, oh yeah, I can come right up through here. Cable will go here, then the other two cables come out, and we'll run like that. But I think I'm going to mount this forward. It's got some chunks on here from something else. I'm going to make another one of these out of that 10 gauge plate. I'm going to weld it on here. And then I'll bolt this to that. I would weld this, but I think it's better to fab up a mount.
Listen here, baby, can't you hear me sing? Your hard luck woman ain't learned a goddamn thing. Well, you shine so bright and come on strong. One day here and the next day gone. Said you're one day here and the next day gone. Come around here looking for all you can take. Move me so hard, make my poor heart shake. Make my poor heart shake. Chasing you, woman, or chasing my tail. Can't catch either, so it's just as well. So it's just as well. Love like that, it can't last long. You're one day here and the next day gone. You're one day here and the next day gone. shine so bright and come on strong. One day here and the next day gone. Well, you're one day here and the next day gone. One day here and the next day gone.
So we take this, we're going to put this here like this, and then weld it on. I could probably trim these back. Those are thick, like 3/16. I don't think it's necessary. I'll just weld along the sides. And then we can measure. Should probably get a clamp or something. Okay, so I got it where I want it. I can get my tool on for bolting. I cleaned off the underside where I'm going to weld. So now I got to crawl under there. I think I can fit my big helmet under here. I'm not sure. Where's my hammer? Shit! Okay, cool. Okay, so that's where it's going to live. I'm going to have to paint it, but it's still kind of hot. So I'll wait for it to cool off. Now, well, I can measure for this part from here. So this is the kit we bought from controlcables.com. So now what we have to do is measure for our cables. So the style we're using is this, but the equipment we're using is this. So what we have to do is get these measurements. But remember, it's not a straight run. It's a big, thick cable. So this is, what? 14 gauge. Let me be correct or you'll lose your minds. Yeah, it doesn't say. 12 gauge. So this 12 gauge wire, you know, armored cable stuff. So it's not gonna lose its shape. Then we can figure out how we're gonna do this. You can't do it straight. Sorry. Yeah, now we can see this right here over there. And I don't think I want to be on the bottom of that anymore. I think I'm going to come like come up like this. That is not gonna work. That's gonna get chopped to hell. Right there. Boom, boom, boom. Just broken. Okay, I'm going underneath this arm. And then from there, let me tie that back again. So the bracket is 7.5 inches long. And we want to measure to the center of the bracket. So I marked the end where my cable is, and then we'll measure 3 3/4 to get center. And it's going to be the same for the other side because it's a mirror image. I'm not doing it twice. It'll fit. But I want to take some pictures. So now we can take this off and measure it, and we know what to send. Thirty-four and a quarter. Write that down. 34 and a quarter plus 3 3/4 is 38. Okay. So we know that this is going to be 38 inches from here to there. Sorry. From here to there. Now we have to measure to the inside of the truck. And how difficult is that going to be? Well, I'm going to have to take the passenger seat out for sure, or the driver's seat out, and take the driver panel off. So, okay, let's do that. 2 hours left on a 256 gigabyte card. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now I have to drill a hole here because this is below the floor. This goes down. And then we'll run cable up in here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 holes in the cab that I'm going to have to fill. But I got to get wires to the back. So we can run wires here along that brake cable to the back for tail lights, license plate lights, fuel pump, fuel tank sender, and probably backup camera, because that'll come in here, and then we'll put another hole here, and we'll go up this way to get to the dash. I'm not real clear on where the battery's going to go yet. I don't think it's going to fit under here anymore. I'd have to measure. I have a battery, but it's so big. It may end up going behind the seats. That's where the last dudes put it. But it just slid around. I had to go. I had to transfer all of the files off of here onto the laptop to make more room. And it was 178 gigabytes, so it took a while. So while that was happening, I went ahead and drilled the hole. This is 7/8. It's the biggest I got, but that'll be big enough. And then I fitted my armored cable through the hole, routed it to this, and then measured the cable back to center. So for me, it's 30.5, and then this is 2 5/8 from here to here. So I got all my measurements done. I called the control cable people on the phone. That's some deep scratches. We're gonna have to fix that. Sorry. Called the control cables people on the phone, and then I sent them all the info on their little form with some pictures. Of course, I expect a phone call because it'll be confusing, I'm sure. And we'll get it straight from there. Not everything gets the Pour 15 because it's a pain in the ass to work with. But there are some paints that spray on really nice. Not everyone, but some of them do. So I'm going to hit this like this. And then I gotta get this top, and it's gonna be ugly, so we're gonna go like this. And then we'll wait for that to set up. Then I'll pull the cardboard off. Then I can go underneath and touch it up from the other side. Then we'll be fine as far as rust goes. Then I can bolt my bracket on and wait for the cables to show up, and then we can run cables. So I think that's all for today. The parking brake thing wasn't that difficult once you figure out where it's going to go. And I know you think I'm running out of things to do, but I'm not. So tomorrow we're going to figure out how to mount this go fast pedal in the cab. Somewhere down there where you can reach it with your foot. So that means we're going to have to put the seat back in. At some point we're going to have to put the seat back in. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.